Revising your message. Evaluating your content, organization, style, and tone. Make sure the information is accurate. Information must be relevant to the audience. Make sure there is enough information to satisfy the reader's needs. All the points are covered in the right order. What to know. Always know who your audience will be. Know your main purpose of the document or message. Maintain your tone of writing for the appropriate audience. Always present your document in a well-organized way.
Editing for clarity and conciseness. After you have reviewed your message for readability, your next step is to make sure your message is as clear and concise as possible. Editing for clarity. When you are reviewing for clarity, you have to make sure that each sentence sends the message that you intend and that the readers are able to understand it from reading it once. In this process, you must look at sentence structure, paragraph organization, and word choices. Here are some tips you can follow in reviewing for clarity. Break up overly long sentences. Rewrite hedging sentences. Impose parallelism. Correct dangling modifiers. Reword long noun sequences. Replace camouflage verbs. Clarify sentence structure. Clarify awkward references. Editing for conciseness. Many of the changes you made in revising for clarity may have shortened your message by removing unnecessary words. This step's goal is to reduce the number of words. Readers appreciate conciseness and are more likely to read your work if it is efficient. Here are some tips you can follow in editing for conciseness. Delete unnecessary words and phrases. Shorten long words and phrases. Eliminate redundancies. Rewrite the words "it is" or "there are" as starters.
Producing your message. Put it on display. Show us what you're working with. Screen designs, graphical elements, typography. Always remember that polished designs invite readers to read and convey your message easily. Designing for readability. Remember these two important things when it comes to designing your message: effectiveness and nonverbal message. Make sure to always have consistency, size, typeface, margin, space, and more. Balance. Make sure things flow. Restraint. Strive for simplicity. Detail. Pay attention to details that affect the design of your own message. Formatting formal messages and memos. Formal. Make sure the address, business company, contact info are written as said in your books. Make sure to address the person properly. Memos. Title the document accordingly. Heading must include date, to, from, and the subject. Here's an example. Both the sender and receiver's name, address, and contact information are in their designated areas. Below, there is a greeting given, and in the body, the sender gives appropriate amount of information and states what he needs to ask. And before ending his message, he mentions what is needed from the receiver as a recap, and he closes with his name and signature. Designing messages for mobile devices. When writing, think in small chunks. Remember, easy to consume bites. Make generous use of white space, short paragraphs, 4 to 6 lines. Format simply, easy reading is the key. And lastly, consider horizontal and vertical layouts. Here are 2 keywords to note down. Heading, a brief title that tells readers about the content of the section that follows. White space, space in a document or screen that doesn't contain any text or artwork. Here's a recap. Now we've only went through 3 things on this list, but remember, everything is needed on the list to have the final product. Evaluate, revise, clarify, produce it, proofread it, and finally distribute it.